Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Web3 and AI Business Show brought to you by TokenMinds. My name is Rob, and today I have with me Hamang. Hamang, welcome.
Very warm greetings and thank you, Rob, for having me here today.
Yeah, appreciate it. Looking forward for your blockchain development related inputs on the topic we're going to discuss today, which is the crypto payment integration benefits for enterprises. So the global companies are changing how money is being moved. Blockchain is taking a real position in the market there. Assessments have been made that the current market value is around $2 billion and reported to grow even by 30% per year, according to different sources. So, why is this happening? A big reason is the cost. 6% of the transaction will be charged by companies like Swift and SEPA. It will have you will have global access. There's transparency on chain for every transaction you do. It's secured, and you can automate those transactions very well. So a lot of reasons why this is such a growing market. But let's get into the more technical details for companies. So, Haman, can you explain what are the different ways for integrating crypto payments into your company?
Yep, definitely. So to dive deep into this, so the first generally how it matters is that we need to first assess basically the target market. So basically, if your project it wants to use a USDT, USDC, and based on which chain they want to use because they are present on the various different chains. So the first would be to have a target market. Then it's going to be having an architecture planning where you're gonna have a white label crypto gateways or a custom built gateways. So for the clients so who wants to have a little bit of compliance control, or if they want to be specific in a region, they can have some architecture planning around there. And then comes the development. So in this you connect APIs, so connecting APIs from the payment integration like now payment API or BitPay or BitGoes. So his part comes into the development, and then comes the testing and auditing. So always this is one of the most important part in the Web3, when you're testing all of the things if it is done correctly or not, and then auditing it, because once it is out there in production, anything can happen now. And then comes the compliance review that if you want to add some quality control or regional control and also KYC and AML tools, you can also use that. And in the last, it's once all of these are ticked, you can go for the deployment on the mainnet. And once it is out there on the mainnet and it's deployed, you can do a continuous monitoring to understand if any issues are coming or if any distributed attacks are there or not. So you can just do a monitoring with some basic tools. So these are the part which one should keep on for the technical eye view.
Thank you, Hamang. So there are certain solution on market as well, certain crypto integration providers. Let's talk a little bit about them. Which ones are out there, and what are their key features?
Yep, definitely. So we first start with now payments. So if your platform is mainly like across the retail and e-commerce, and you want a multi-chain support and instant payouts, you can go with now payments. If you are a global enterprise and you are more focused on crypto payrolls or debit card integration or merchant APIs, you can go with the BitPay. Then comes the coin payments. Like if you want to have a shopping cart plugins, that conversion tools, so this is mainly used for the online stores. It's also mainly for the retail and e-commerce. So you can choose between now payments and coin payments. The benefit on now payment is that it has a good multi-chain support and a good team there. For the CoinGate, it's also similar to a SaaS marketplace. Like if you are a business who are a SaaS based and you are having a marketplace, so you can have a customized settlements, gift cards, multiple plugins. It's available for the CoinGate. And then comes the Coinbase Commerce. So basically, it's for the financial institutions and like institutional grade, like it provides your institutional grade compliance and API rich. And it's also one of the biggest like APIs, or the since Coinbase is also one of the massive API, like it's also one of the massive platform. So it's mainly for the financial institutes.
And in terms of the usability, there's a lot of different wallets available. first of all, does it actually matter for what payment integration I'm doing in terms of what wallet is being used, or are basically any wallet is eligible for whatever crypto integration I'm doing?
Well, basically, it won't really matter which kind of wallet is being used. We can use pretty much any wallet which is out there. However, things might matter when you want to see if you want to use a wallet which is specific to only just one chain. So let's say if you want to use a Phantom wallet, which is predominantly made for Solana. However, it is also available on the other chains as well. But if your project is built on the chain which is around Solana, so if you want to choose between MetaMask or Phantom, I would say go for a Phantom wallet because it was predominantly made for that. And similarly, if you want to go for an EVM based project, you can go with the MetaMask. So it like in a hindsight, it does not really depend which kind of wallet you're using. It's a payment integration, so it can be integrated with any kind of wallet. We just need to have a specific endpoints available, and then the integration can be done from there.
Yeah, I think that's also important to understand for our listeners and watchers. Some of the wallets, they don't provide support for all of the blockchains, so it depends a little bit on your use case. There are some broader wallet systems out there like Trezor and of course Ledger, and then more specific EVM ones like MetaMask and Phantom for Solana, like Among mentioned there. So going back to the payment integration, the payment provider integration, there's two routes to go for companies, right? You can either implement an existing provider or have it implemented by someone like TokenMinds, or you can ask someone like TokenMinds to actually do a custom integration. So in what broad scenarios, Hamang, would you recommend going either of these paths?
Yeah, definitely. So if you want to go for a very broader spectrum and if you want to keep things as it is and there is not many changes, so you can just go for a white label solution and you can integrate by yourself or you can have someone to integrate it for you. But however, if you want to have some compliance control or if you want to have a tailored design or something which is very specific or very niche to your project, and if you want to make some tweaks around that, so you can go for a custom, like you can opt for a custom integration as well. So it depends on the project and also upon the timeline. If the timeline is bigger, custom integration works best because in the bigger run, it's going to work according to you. Or however, if you're running short on time, you can just go for a white label connection.
Okay, and finally, let's talk about some of the challenges. We have, of course, mentioned, the many benefits in the introduction here, including low fees, instant settlements, transparency, security. But what could be here, especially on the development and integration part, what could be the challenges on this?
Yeah, sure. So the challenges could be first if we see about if you are using like if there's a volatility. So for example, in the market, if you are using stablecoin or instant conversion, or if something happens around the stablecoin market or some value drops, so that the risk can be the value, the asset value. It should be for this settlement, so that can be a risk. And then there's a regulatory complexity. So if you're using for the multi-jurisdictional use, so the solution could be to apply modular compliance framework like we just discussed a bit before. You can go for custom tailored responses, and then for the user experience, many people doesn't have the ability to use the wallet, so they can also go with providing custodial or hybrid options. So basically, whether user, they won't really know that you are interacting with a like with a wallet, but it's happening in the custodial in the backend. So the company is doing the transaction for you. And then the network congestion, it's high gas fees, but I think so with the layer 2 in the picture, we rarely see any high gas fees nowadays. And then it's the integration gaps, like some legacy ERP issues. So you can partner with a Web3 development company like TokenMinds, or so that we are able to understand the architecture well, and we are able to integrate the payment according to your need.
Thank you so much, Among. And in closing, some of the broad industry use cases here: cross-border trade, e-commerce, subscription, regulated fields, including finance and gaming, for transparent on-chain tracking, and then loyalty systems as well. some broader recommendations on integrating these things in terms of avoiding volatility is stablecoin usage. Obviously, since the Genius Act in the US, many stablecoins have launched, so they have the big benefit of basically using the blockchain rails and all the benefits included there, but eliminating the volatility. So yeah, I hope this was interesting for you. If you wanna read more, I encourage you to read our blog article here on our website, tokenminds.co, or just contact us directly to ask any questions. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.